How to preserve fresh onions for a long time that many people do not know. Hello, nice to see you again on the Clever Tricks channel. Onions, familiar yet strange. An indispensable ingredient in every kitchen. Onions not only enhance the flavor of dishes, but are also a treasure containing many valuable nutrients for health. From stir-fried dishes, soups, eggs to salads, onions are all present in a very flexible way. But did you know? If not preserved properly, onions can easily sprout, soften, or even spoil after just a few weeks. Luckily, I learned a great secret from a longtime onion farmer: how to keep onions fresh for up to a whole year. Are you curious? If so, let's explore the small but extremely effective tips below. Classification of onions. First, we need to distinguish some types of onions. Here, we will focus on the outer skin. Onions with thick skin, containing a lot of sulfur and little water, can be stored for a long time. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. On the contrary, sweet onions with thin skin, a lot of water cannot be stored for a long time. The outer skin plays a very important role in preserving onions. Therefore, if you want to buy onions to store for a long time, choose onions with thick skin. In addition, the older the onion, the longer it can be stored. Therefore, choose onions with dry skin, hugging the bulb. If this part is small and dry, it proves that the onion is old. On the contrary, if this part is large and fresh, the onion is not old enough, will be difficult to preserve and easy to sprout. Method 1. Storing whole onions in the refrigerator. For some reason, you may need to store whole onions in the refrigerator, especially if you live in a hot and humid place. Follow these steps. First, wrap each onion in a kitchen towel or dry cloth. This will help absorb moisture and prevent the onions from rotting. Then, place the wrapped onions in a paper bag or thin cloth bag to ensure air circulation. This method is especially good for sweet onions. Place the bag in the refrigerator's vegetable drawer and the onions will stay fresh for 1 to 2 months. Method 2. Store onions in mesh bags. If your family has mesh bags like this, don't throw them away. Use them as a tool to store onions. Very convenient. Put onions in these mesh bags. The size of the bag is not too important, depending on the amount of onions you have. However, you should use bags that are not too big for easy management. Just hang the onion bags in a cool, dry place with good air circulation. Depending on the quality of the onions, this method can help preserve them for 3 months to 1 year without sprouting or rotting. Simple but highly effective. HS. Method 3. Store onions in a paper box. Similar to the above method, we leave the whole onion in a paper box. Put the onions in a paper box. Remember to remove any that show signs of damage to avoid spreading. Note: do not store onions next to potatoes because the moisture from the potatoes will make the onions damp and spoil quickly. In addition, potatoes will also absorb the smell of onions, changing the flavor. Do not put too many onions in one box. Divide many onions into small pieces. If you do not have a paper box, you can use a paper bag. Just put the onions in the box and place it in a well-ventilated place. Method 4. Store onions in the freezer. If you are a busy person and need to prepare food for the whole week, this is a very convenient way. After peeling and washing the onions, where are you from? It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Chop them according to your cooking needs. Onions are rich in nutrients, helping to improve cardiovascular, bone, digestive, and brain health. Vitamin C is abundant in onions, which is an important antioxidant for the immune system. After chopping, put the onions in a Ziploc bag or food container. You can write the date on the bag container and put it in the freezer. This way, onions can stay fresh for up to 6 months. When needed, just take the amount needed. Note: frozen onions are suitable for stir-frying, making soup, cooking, etc. Do not use frozen onions for salads because after thawing, the onions will become soft and no longer suitable. Method 5. Storing cut onions. When you don't use all the onions and have half left like this, you can store them in the refrigerator. If you only use half, don't peel the onion skin. Keep the skin intact. Use plastic wrap to cover it tightly to prevent the onion smell from spreading in the refrigerator. Or you can put it in a Ziploc bag and seal it. With this method, onions should only be used within 2 to 3 days. Don't leave it for too long because the refrigerator environment makes onions susceptible to spoilage and mold. It is best to use it within 1 to 2 days to ensure quality. Suitable. Method 6. Store onions in plastic bags and toilet paper. A very simple way to store onions is to store them in plastic bags and toilet paper. Choose dry, unbruised, unsprouted onions. Put the onions in a plastic bag. Place some clean toilet paper next to the onion. Toilet paper absorbs moisture, helping the onions dry and reduce mold. Note: do not tie the bag tightly. Punch a few small holes for ventilation. Place the onion bag in a cool, dry, dark place. Avoid being near the stove, refrigerator, or places with light. Method 7. Soaking sour onions. Prepare peeled onions. Wash with water. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Then slice thinly. You can soak the onion slices in cold water for 5 to 10 minutes to reduce the pungent smell, making the onions crispier. Then remove and drain. Prepare a small pot, add vinegar, filtered water, add salt and sugar to pot. Heat over medium heat until salt and sugar dissolve. No need to boil for long. The mixture cool down. Warm is fine, about 40 to 50 degrees Celsius. Prepare a glass jar. Put the sliced onions in a clean, dry glass jar. Put the chili and garlic in the jar. Pour the prepared soaking water over the onions. Cover the lid. Leave the jar at room temperature for about 1 to 2 hours to cool completely. Then place in the refrigerator. After about 1 day, it can be used, but leaving it for 2 to 3 days will have a stronger and more delicious flavor. Store in the refrigerator for 2 weeks to 1 month. I have just shared with you 7 ways to preserve onions that I learned from an onion farmer. Have you chosen a method that suits you? Please leave a comment below to share. If you have any other ways, do not hesitate to share so that everyone can learn. It would be great if we could meet here and share good tips for life. Please like to support me and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Share with your friends. Thank you for your great support. See you in the next videos.